Hello, Jonty.
Hello, Charlotte.
How are you today?
Yeah, quite chipper actually, quite chipper.
Oh, that's good. I'm really pleased to hear
Yes,
that.
we were looking up, looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting there, getting there.
What would you like to talk about today?
Well, should we talk about loneliness?
Yeah,
Would that be a good subject?
I think that would be an important
Yeah,
subject.
yeah, yeah.
What makes you want to talk about loneliness?
I don't know. I think it probably a lot of people suffer from it. I certainly did most of my life.
Did you?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, yeah, I did. I did.
Do you know what brought that on?
Yeah, being single. Um, yes, I was on my own. For most of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though you were busy with your businesses or traveling the world or
Yeah, I was a bit busy, but I was on my own basically. I had a few girlfriends. They didn't last very long.
Mm.
And I ended up in a house, my dream house, on my own for 8 years,
Mm.
wondering what it was all about because I had nobody to talk to. And then I moved back into my flat above the club, and spent a further 10 years on my own. So that was all very pleasant.
But you had lots of people around you all the
But
time.
yeah, but not nobody to talk, nobody to get close to. I spent a lot of time in coffee shops, making friends with people, and in pubs, making friends with people. But it's not quite the same thing. I think you can be lonely in a crowd.
Yes,
Um,
yeah, lots of statistics on that.
Yeah, only in a crowd.
Yeah.
Um, it was all right. I didn't. I mean, I got used to it after about 5 years. You get used to being lonely, and you start to enjoy it.
It depends, doesn't it, on whether you're isolating yourself. Because the more you can feel, the more you may feel lonely, the more you can withdraw yourself from society because you feel not understood or you don't fit in, and 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 then you sort of make yourself more lonely by doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, it's not a fun thing to do, um, but I think everybody suffers a little bit from that.
Yeah,
Um, so you just do the best you can. That's what you do.
I think you've got to recognize it before it can really take over.
Well, in hindsight, probably you're right, but at the time it just sort of happened to me,
Yeah.
and I made the best of what I had.
Well, do you find that it maybe for guys that it's not really the thing to do to talk about feeling lonely?
Um, well, I used to chat girls up because I thought that was the answer, and I'd tell them I was lonely because it's something to talk about,
Mm.
and then we'd talk about me.
Of course. But when you wouldn't talk to guy,
I wouldn't tell guys I was lonely.
no, no. And I think that's the thing, isn't it, with men, is that they don't really share their problems
Um,
or their
well,
thoughts on it.
some people do. It's you get into a conversation with somebody in a pub, the barriers can come down. That's what they can do.
Yeah. Well, it can do with alcohol because people are
Yeah, yeah,
masking
it's
their
about,
feelings, aren't they?
yeah, you just get to know people basically.
Well, there's getting to know people, but also with alcohol, any barriers or any walls that people might be putting up, they become more relaxed and some.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I notice it. I mean, I'm a landlord of a pub, so I notice people coming in who look like they want a conversation. So I go and provide them with one. Um, And that's probably why they came to the pub in the first place, not to talk to me, but to talk to somebody. They don't want to sit at home on their own all day long and all night long.
We have quite a lot of people that come in on their own, that live on their
Yeah,
own,
that's what I'm saying. The
and
pub
that's
is a social hub.
yeah,
It's where they go for meeting people,
yeah, it's
and
community,
and,
isn't it?
and I tend to introduce people to each other. If I
Mm.
get to know somebody and I find they have similar things in common with somebody else, I will introduce them.
And you've done that earlier this year in the summer
I did, yes,
for a lady that was in her 60s,
yes,
a gentleman that was in his 70s.
yes. They're getting on well together.
They are, they're still
They're
dating.
getting on well.
And they were, they were lonely, weren't they, before?
Yeah, I mean, basically, a pub. Where would you go? I mean, if you're at home on your own and the walls are
Mm.
closing in on you, where do you go? You go to a pub.
Yeah, or your children are grown up, or you haven't got
Yeah,
any children,
you can only watch so much television.
and you're not working anymore.
Yeah, Duke of York. That's where you go.
It's sort of
That's where you
thing.
go. Come and say hi. Come meet Pansy.
Jonty's dating agency for the Lonely
Well,
Hearts Club.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say dating agency, but it's sort of like it's a fun place to talk to somebody.
Yeah, but you will be thinking about who you compare them up with, wouldn't you?
Well, it's just what people want, It's like nobody wants to really be on their own.
No.
And if you're chatting
No.
away to somebody, and you feel that and you know somebody who does, you just
What
match them up.
you think's got similar interests.
Yeah, I'm not a
Yeah.
dating agency. I'm not trying to say,
No.
it's just somebody to talk to, basically. We've got lots of people.
Companionship, isn't it?
Yeah, just someone to have a share a beer with, or a wine, or a
Or
prosecco,
a
or something.
water.
Yeah,
Yeah. And there's definitely a lot in that. The
I mean
companion.
that's how we built the pub up. Is because people it was empty when we took it over, and it's now full. There's lots of people coming in to have fun.
Yeah, because they know that they're not gonna
Yeah,
feel weird coming in on their
yeah.
own.
It's a social place.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really important because if you don't want to be, meeting people online, and not just for dating, because you've got like Meetup, places like that, where people can go on walking groups or Facebook groups and things like that. It's all, they don't know what people really look like. They haven't, whereas if you go to a pub, you kind of get more of an atmosphere. You can
Yeah,
gauge what somebody's
I'm
like.
not a great fan of the dating agencies. I know that some people find their partners through them, but you don't know them.
Are
You
you
know,
talking about the online one?
yeah, the online ones. I think the old-fashioned way of actually meeting somebody and talking to them is much better than um, getting what you don't know what their history is and stuff.
Yeah,
Friends introduce friends.
yeah, it's recommendation, isn't it? That word of
Yeah,
mouth.
that's right.
And what do you think of the things that make people feel lonely?
Um, Basically, living on their own, divorce is one that will really mess you up. Um,
Moving house,
Moving house to a new area, um,
grief.
just generally being on your own, basically all the time.
Well, no, because you can be lonely, but in a crowd. You could be lonely at
Yes,
work.
yes,
I mean, I know that when I lived in London when I was in my 20s, and I knew lots of people, but I still felt lonely
yeah,
because of where I lived, I might have like one housemate, but they're really busy. You got to find your own time, and if you're walking
yeah.
home on your own,
It's
you
not
feel
about
lonely.
people. It's about the depth of conversation you have with somebody.
It can be, but also it can be about the location,
Yeah,
you know, because
somebody being nice to you would be a nice
oh,
one.
obviously, yeah,
Yeah,
nice. goes a long, long way.
Yeah, you
Kindness
just want
is,
niceness,
you
basically.
just want more kindness in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah, niceness.
And that makes people feel valued and
Yeah.
included.
I mean, you can't just walk into a busy pub and expect to be sort of like to meet somebody because everyone's doing their own thing. But
Mm,
you know, if you keep doing it, somebody will talk to you.
that's it.
That's what they'll do,
Yeah, definitely.
and that's my job.
Yeah. Suss everybody out that comes in
Yeah, it's my job.
with your idiot radar.
Yeah, well, they don't really need that nowadays, but I mean, it's I still have it, but it's it's to introduce myself to people. I'm basically front of house, and introduce people to the pub and me and anybody that's there as well, staff members that there, Paul maybe, and so see if we can help them. And if
Mm,
they just want to sit on their own and not talk to anybody, which some people do, we leave them alone. If not, we have a long chat with them, get to know them, find out what they're all about, and tell us what we're all about. And then we make a friend.
that's really nice. That's really nice. Going back to loneliness,
Yes.
I was looking at the Loneliness Awareness Week.org,
Oh, yeah.
and they did some research with marmalades back in
Yes.
2023, and it's a high proportion of people in the UK, I think it was like 36%, are lonely.
Oh,
And that's quite a lot. And this is after the pandemic.
yeah.
And so it's like our society is because it's the highest amount of people living on their own nowadays.
Yeah, well, it's
Because,
safer to live on your own than with the wrong person.
well, there is that, but it's all about the community's breakdowns, about how families have broken down. So people are more on their own.
Yeah,
And so that's why loneliness is becoming more of a, um, people are experiencing it more, but then there's
yeah,
probably not talking about it more. And the thing is, it equates to the same bad health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day
yeah,
because it can cause stress, heart disease,
yeah,
people to make poor choices about their diet, healthy eating, unhealthy eating, I mean, drinking more alcohol because they're masking things or hiding their emotions.
Well, I don't think anyone chooses to be lonely,
But they might not recognize
but
that that's what the problem is.
they need to find a way of meeting people. Maybe
Yeah.
they get into groups of,
Go
lots of
for walks.
group stuff,
Yeah.
go with group stuff. I mean, like I said, I found coffee shops quite good. Um, and certainly I found pubs quite good. But if you don't drink, which is I don't drink, but you might want to find another group of people. My friend Andy is in a church, and he goes to group meetings there
Yeah.
and functions there. That's a way of meeting people.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think if somebody's shy and they're lonely, they're going to find it harder
Yes,
to do
yes.
that, to push themselves forward.
There's a young lad that walks past. He's got a house round the corner,
Yeah.
and for at least 3 years, I've been trying to engage him into conversation because he never comes out. He doesn't
Oh.
do anything. He's just on his own all the time, and I keep trying to talk to him.
Now, how have you got on?
Not very well. He just says hello now.
Oh, well, that's a start.
Yeah, says we've got a hello, but no communication.
Yeah. I do think like the pandemic and lockdown has perpetuated some of this, especially with younger people, because they feel, gaming, being in their rooms, they're lacking being more in a community.
Yeah. I can't speak for young people. I've got no children, so it's difficult for me to say know what they like and what they don't like. But that's the way it goes.
Mm. There's another group of people that we haven't talked about that can feel lonely, and that's because they might be in a relationship with the wrong person,
Oh gosh, yeah, that could be that could certainly do it.
and then they've got nobody to talk to or who do
No,
they trust,
that could be difficult.
and they could be being abused mentally or physically, and so they're isolating themselves, feeling lonely because they might feel ashamed.
Yeah, yeah,
And they don't know who to trust. So any of these situations can really perpetuate loneliness.
yeah. No, it's very sad if you're in the wrong relationship. I mean, there's not much apart from getting out of it, there's not much you can do really.
You've experienced that, haven't you? And I have too.
I accidentally got into the wrong relationship. Big mistake.
And that's because
Never
you were
mind.
lonely.
It was only a house. What was I supposed to do?
But that's because you were lonely, wasn't it?
It was because I was lonely, yes.
And it's being with the right person, isn't it? You were in a relationship
Yes, I was. I was in a relationship that I got married to somebody that I didn't really like, which is a problem
because you were lonely.
because I didn't think, I thought that was the best I could do.
Hmm.
Shame, isn't it?
It is because you're lonely, you're not making the right decisions.
No, I was under a lot of massive amount of I can cope, and I was on my own.
Hmm. Well, you had lots of people around you, but there
The
wasn't.
wrong sort of people.
Hmm.
But never mind, that's just something that I did.
There'll be lots of people that are like that, you know.
It was a pretty unusual job, actually, um, the one I had. So there aren't many people that have lived through that.
Oh, you're on about running the nightclub. What?
1200 capacity nightclub,
Mm,
nightclub of the year England at the time.
yeah, yeah. Which a lot of people just said you weren't lonely because you had lots of people there, but they're not talking to you.
This is lonely in a crowd.
That's right, just like
It was
famous in
very,
Salisbury.
very lonely, extremely lonely.
Mm,
Nobody I could really communicate with.
no,
No.
that's sad.
Well, it's what happened. That's
Mm.
what happened, basically. And also, because of the nature of the job, nice women avoided you. Me,
I know it's not funny, but why would they avoid you?
nightclub owner,
Mm,
not on the list of tick boxes that people have.
mm.
Anyway, like I said, I don't regret anything. It was all part and parcel of the package that made me me. And I'm quite happy now. Got my cat Pansy, got you. What more do I want? That's what I say.
You got your pub,
We got there in the end. That's what we did.
and you don't feel lonely now.
No, I'm not lonely now. I've got a lovely little pub downstairs. Lots of people, nice people to talk to. It's all working good for me at the moment.
That's good. And if somebody, advice that you have for people that are feeling lonely,
Get into a crowd.
well, the right crowd.
Try and make friends with people. Trust people, and you know, circulate in places where nice people go, and slowly open up to them and see if you get a good response. You might take a bit of a knocking on the way, but it's worth it in the long run.
I would, I, I think that's good advice, but also I would say that if somebody's having negative thoughts, um, or they're feeling overwhelmed, and they might not recognize that they're feeling a bit lonely, is to start noticing what it is that those thoughts are about.
Yeah,
how what is within their control, how they can make a change. So it might be that they might have moved for their children or for their parents and that to help care, and they're not putting themselves first. And before they realize it, they've isolated themselves from their friends, their lifestyle. They might become a new parent, they might have, lost somebody, like bereavement. And so it's noticing how you feel, allowing yourself to accept that loneliness can just be a part of every human's stage of life at some stage, and that it will pass, but then, they need to make some change. Like you said, Jonty, going into a community, putting themselves forward for something to help break that cycle of loneliness with the negative thoughts and the
Yes.
overwhelm.
Find another lonely person.
Well, sharing the same feelings is like solidarity, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I went around the world on my own, and I kept recognizing people that were lost at train stations or places like that, and I'd go up and talk to them.
Travelers,
And then I
definitely.
traveled with them,
Yeah,
and I made friends with them. Um, and that's what you do basically. Other people are in the same situation. You somehow got to connect with them.
yeah, yeah. There's the walk, the Camino. Have you heard of the Camino?
No,
It's a
no.
pilgrimage across, I think it starts at the bottom of France,
Oh, that one. Yeah, I've
up
heard about them.
all the way across Spain,
Yeah,
and I think it might end in Portugal. But it can take like 6 weeks, and there's
yeah,
lots and lots of people that are on their own that do that walk. And it's almost like, well, it's a pilgrimage. It can be almost
yeah,
be like a challenge. And by the end of it, a group of strangers that were lonely have become like a family to get each
yes.
other through a challenge. And I think, there's definitely
I mean,
something in that.
it's very difficult if you're quite a shy person. It's very
Yeah.
difficult to put yourself in a place where other people are. But if you do it, you can get good rewards from that.
And
Because there are lots. Every pub or every coffee shop has people on their own,
yes, yeah. And
and they don't particularly want to be on their own.
no, as humans, if you think back to cave pen, like old times, like cave times, it's tribes. People had jobs, they shared things in a community, and our lifestyle now in this modern world isn't quite the same.
No.
And so there's other things we have to adjust to and recognize so that we're not isolating ourselves and spending a lot of our time on our computers.
Another thing, you could volunteer for charity work.
Yes, that's
That
really
would be
big.
another way of meeting people.
Yeah. All
Um, Stay off the computers in case you meet people you don't want to meet.
but
Uh,
people watch our podcasts.
but go and volunteer, do some voluntary work
Yes.
and meet nice people that way.
Yeah, yeah. Gardening communities, all of those
Yeah,
things.
just do anything which involves meeting other people
And helping.
and helping and it's a positive step forward.
And you get a
Um,
reward
and
for
then
it.
you make a friend.
Yeah,
You can't have too many friends.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, so thank you very much, Jonty.
that's all right. That's all right.
I'm Charlotte Phillips, clinical hypnotherapist and NLP practitioner. What is your story? Hypnotherapy.co.uk.
And I'm Jonty Newbery, landlord of the Duke of York in Salisbury.
Do follow us on I Can Cope Method on YouTube and subscribe to our website, icancope.co.uk. Bye for now.
Bye bye.